All right, today we're checking out update 3.7. This is going to be Rondo, you guys. It's dropping. Sorry, no, the first comment is going to be, when is the update dropping? About beginning to mid-March is when we can expect the update, all right? So we're going to check out everything new, a new weapon, new features, brand new features exclusive to Rondo. Plus, we're going to show you guys some of the hot drops you can look forward to. Let's check it out. All right, you guys. So our first image, this one right here, is probably one of the more iconic images that you will see online regarding Rondo. The difference is what you find online right now is all PUBG PC. We're looking at the mobile version now. Now, one thing about the city that you want to keep in mind is not all of these do you have like full access, all right? Where the buildings are full access. Some of them you do, some of them you don't. However, with the yeet balloon, you can, if you're lucky, you can land on the rooftops of all these buildings. It's camping galore. However, it's very iconic. It is a lot of fun. If you guys look at this city in the background, this is not accessible, all right? This is out of bounds. But Jadena City is in play. All right, this is another one of those. This one, actually, Jadena might be the most iconic, all right, just because it's kind of like, you know, a downtown area. But this is probably going to be the hot drop when you're talking about terms of loot, as well as the location of where the stadium is on the map. This is an absolute, it's a slaughter, all right, an absolute slaughter. What's really fun, I'm assuming, okay, I'm assuming that it's kind of like, not a zip line, it's more like a rappel line is stationed all throughout the stadium, so you have full access to the roof. Like I said, the loot is absolutely insane. All right, this is a one-stop shop, plus you have like the parking lot surrounding it. It's a lot of fun, but very, very excited for this stadium coming to PUBG Mobile. Now, for these next two locations, Myron and Lo Huang Zing, sure I butchered it. These are the two locations that give that East Asia vibe, okay? A lot of fun. One thing I will say about Rondo, for those of you guys that haven't played it, is it's very similar to loot like you'd expect on Nusa, that you would expect on Livik and some of the smaller maps. You could drop just a random little compound and you will find tons of loot on this map. So it's cool. You have small map loot spawns, right? Where you just have, you know, everything you need, like a one-stop shop, but it's an 8x8. So it's a lot of fun. I'm very, very excited to see Rondo come to mobile and what's going to happen. I'll make a video on it later, but I'm very curious to see, is, you know, Erangel going to be left in the dust now to be, because I'm going to tell you right now, Tencent and Krafton, they are going to push Rondo everything. So when it comes to event modes and things like that, I'd also be curious to know if Rondo will be kind of, they could do it very easily just by making Rondo an auto download when you download the game, right? It just shows up on everybody's device. But again, we'll discuss that in a later video. Now we're going to talk about the brand new weapon, the JS9. We're also going to be breaking down some of the new features after this slide, but this is the new firearm, the JS9. It hits like an absolute truck. Think of like an Uzi, but it has the accuracy and the distance, right, to reach out and touch somebody like an AR. I know you guys will be wondering what the max capacity is for the magazine. It is 40 rounds in this bad boy. It's one of those weapons that you can truly, just like a Uzi, right? You can just pick it up off the ground and start using it. You don't need, you know, like the Vector, you don't need 5 different attachments to make it viable. It's exclusive to Rondo, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, this weapon will easily become your guys' favorites. And I already know the gun skins that Tencent is going to drop for the JS9, it's going to be ridiculous. But I'm very excited to see how it's going to, I know how it feels on PUBG. I'm curious how it's going to be, how the feel is going to be with the touchscreen on PUBG Mobile. So there are also going to be some new vehicles. I'm not going to touch too much on that, at least not in this video. We'll wait till we actually can play it in the beta. There's also escalators. I believe there's elevators in Jadena City, but there are going to be escalators, so the map will be much more interactive. But One thing that you're going to want to know, you want to know about the EMP zone. Okay, so the EMP zone hits like where it's just random, you know, throughout the map, but think of it like a red zone, right? But all electronics in the EMP zone stop working. So whether that be a vehicle, even something like a red dot, like a hollow, these use batteries, right? So anything that is electric, okay, will not be, you will not be able to use them in the EMP zones. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of like one little, like an extra, you know what I mean? But when you think of things like markets, right? It says right here, markets, the recall towers, if they're in an EMP zone. Well, I'm curious if they're going to have the blue zone, if the blue zone backpack is going to be in PUBG Mobile now. That would be absolutely insane. But a lot of things to look forward to at update 3.7. We're just getting started, you guys. Now, these are the new strategies that are coming. Don't really care about the bamboo. There is bamboo on the map. You know, there's like a bamboo forest you can drive a vehicle through. I've never had a zone end there or anything unique like that. But, you know, we're not going to get too much into the bamboo, to be honest. But these other two, we will. Destructible terrain. All right, destructible terrain is also coming to PUBG Mobile. We have seen it. I think the only other map where there's destructible terrain in PUBG Mobile is Karakin. I don't think they've dropped it in any of the other maps. But we do know that, you know, like certain walls, you know, can be blown up in Karakin. So that'll be also available on Rondo. This one is really, really cool. It'll be great for TikTok. Can't wait for more TikTok exposed reactions to people using the emergency cover flare. Think of a flare gun that summons these big, not like bolt, they're like cement. They're like these big triangle cement structures. But depending where you shoot the flare, all right, think of like a final zone, right? Final zone, very, very small. You can actually shoot this flare gun and have the cover, right? From the cover flare land on the enemy. But if you're in something like an open zone, okay, maybe the last two circles are very, very, you know, very, very open, you can shoot the emergency cover flare and actually create, well, cover for you. So very, very cool. I can't wait to see how you guys go about using this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So what do you guys think of Rondo? I know that we've, you know, at least on my channel, you know, I've played Rondo, but on PUBG PC, but now we have patch notes for Rondo on PUBG Mobile. What do you guys think? Are you going to play this map? Will this map replace Erangel? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section.